Just a little bit for people that were not able to make it today. What did you share?
Yeah, I think the piece that I wanted to share is just the trends in the development side of what enterprise software is going to mean in the future with the convergence of Web 2.0 and the changing workforce. I think we all are starting to work and play with social networking tools like a Facebook or a LinkedIn, and how that impacts the effectiveness of the workforce is what really is an interesting discussion. I think preparing for this was a lot of fun because you got a chance to really dive into some of the business issues. There's a lot of things that aren't answered yet, but I think from Oracle's point of view, we have really embraced social networking and has brought that into our development arm to help develop products that are going to embrace the social networking aspect. So it's an exciting subject.
The product that you presented today was Oracle Social CRM. And how do you tie social networking and CRM together?
Yeah, so clearly sales is the one area that is an obvious when it comes to social networking and the benefits of it. And what's important is to match a business case with a technology. And some of the leadership within Oracle has created several product lines around CRM, social CRM being a specific product line, and we have taken a half dozen products that are available now that are designed to bring sales forces and enterprises tools to help them be more effective at selling, be more targeted in who they sell to, the effectiveness of campaigns, and do it where it can sit on top of the desktop and gather disparate data, so it doesn't have to be Oracle data, it can be data from other sources. And I think the exciting part about it is that the products that we have released to the marketplace have actually been offered now in Apple's iStore. You can buy a sales prospector, and the convergence of the mobile phone and the things that you can do now with media is you're not tied to a desk and tied to a computer. You have this virtual component to it. So those are the products that we have developed, and I think the other piece of that is just the future direction of enterprise applications and the shortcomings they have now versus taking and developing and enhancing the product to meet the needs of collaboration, because that's clearly the most important thing, is to keep your workers engaged.
One of the things that you mentioned and has to do with a lot of CIOs still in the lockdown mode for social media sites or social networking sites, such as even LinkedIn. And what for the CIOs and individual director of IT that weren't able to make it today, what are some business reasons that they should present to their management team as far as opening those channels up?
Yeah, I think it was interesting doing the reading and the preparation for this, and every study that I read talked about the blurring line of social networking and business networking, and how the business cases that were all out there, whether it was the Harvard Business Review study or the Gallup study, about how important it is to keep your workforce engaged, and the cost of not engaging the workforce is tremendous. I mean, it was $382 billion of productivity loss, and when you look at that, I mean, that is, to me, the most obvious is building a business case around keeping your workforce engaged. And yes, there are some challenges here. There's no doubt there is some issues with policing and making sure that they are using social networking as a catalyst to help them serve the customer better. But every study that I read talked about the social networking sites that are out there are absolutely tools that can be used to benefit the business. And I'm sure there's abusers that are going to do something that's outside of that, but at the end of the day, if you can build a business case wrapped around why it makes business sense, the story that it personally resonates with me is, I literally just last week had a CEO of a company that I've done business with since 2001. I was in their boardroom on 9/11. I'll never forget this company. It was an old school company, 108-year-old family business, third generation ownership. The epitome of old school. You got the dark paneling boardroom and all that. And the CEO, reached out to me with a Facebook introduction. My customers, my partners are all embracing these tools, and it gives me a chance to introduce and engage in a different subject. It's not all about the products that we sell. It's about the relationships that we build in between.